I'm going to show you how to do a knitted bind off. This is actually, we're going to do this on the wrong side of the work. This is the purl side of the work. I still call it a knitted bind off, even though you're really going to do a purled bind off, because generally speaking, if you're going to bind off on the back side of the work, which normally you don't do, but if you do, you want to use purl stitches and not knitted stitches. So just do 2 purl stitches, and I like to do this with a crochet hook, but in my right hand, but I'll show you how to do it with needles. And then you just go into that first stitch and pull it over the second stitch. It's kind of hard to do this with these bamboo needles because they're not very sharp. Alright, so I'll show you again. Do another purl stitch, then go into that first stitch and pull it over the second stitch. And when you're doing this, you want to try to keep your bind off nice and loose, otherwise it's going to pucker, which is why I like to use a crochet hook, because I can use a crochet hook that's one size bigger than my needles, and it just helps keep my work looking nice and even after I bind off. So do another purl stitch. I'll take it all the way to the end so that you can see what happens. But you just keep doing a stitch and then pulling the first stitch over that stitch. Okay, then you get to your last stitch, and this is how I like to do it. I do my last stitch, and then I transfer both stitches back to my left hand needle, just like that. So now they're both sitting on the left hand needle, but you've worked them both, they're already worked. And then I take this stitch, pull it over that one, and then you can get your crochet hook and use that to pull the rest of your working yarn through that, and then you tighten it up. And then what you would do is you would cut your working yarn and pull it all the way through so it locks this last stitch here, so your work doesn't come unraveled. But that's how it looks on the right side of your work if you bind off on the purl side, and that's how it looks on the wrong side of the work.